Guys, and welcome back to another. It's me, Cam from Cam's Call. Welcome back to another daily Chelsea transfer news video, where today I'll be talking about all Enzo Fernandez, and there's a lot to talk about, along with Gallagher and Kante, Vlahovic, and all things Chelsea. So if you're new here, I'm Cam from Cam's Call, and I do daily Chelsea transfer news videos. I'm trying to get into 900 subs very soon, so that'd be great. 80% of you who watch my videos aren't subscribed, so we'll get that number down, that'd be great. But without further ado, let's get in the first story. Now, starting off with Matt Law, recently, all these news stories have been the past 20-30 minutes, so they're very up to date. Chelsea are optimistic the size of the bid, together with Fernandez's desire to move to Stamford Bridge, will eventually convince Benfica's president Rui Costa to sell. He goes on by saying, tensions between the clubs are said to have eased, and Fernandez has since returned to the Benfica team, and is said to be waiting patiently to find out whether or not Chelsea can succeed in signing him. Now, I can understand why there was quite a lot of tension between the clubs, because at the 1st of January we said, yeah, we're going to pay 120 million. Rui Costa, or the director of Benfica, comes over to London to negotiate, and then we back out and offer him players. 3 weeks later, in this last couple of weeks, it looks like it's going to be back on. But of course, the relationship there was a bit hit. However, if things to be cooled, and ever so ever, we've been offering more and more money, even with players, but now officially it could be almost done. I'm going to go to the Telegraph, who have said Chelsea are optimistic they can succeed with the British record bid to sign Enzo Fernandez before the transfer window shuts on Tuesday night. Chelsea have offered just over £105 million to Benfica, with owner Egbali and Paul Winstanley ready to clinch a deal. Now, it's not like it's just another signing for Chelsea, because we've been getting used to it. It is a British Premier League transfer record, beating the likes of Lukaku and Grealish, so this is really going to be the best January transfer window there has been. Of course, I didn't think it was going to be done. I thought this whole thing was finished, and then we were looking at Caicedo for quite a while. However, that seemed to be bowled over, although Caicedo himself is really pushing for a move, but he might be joining Arsenal, or be leaving Brighton in the summer. But yeah, let's not underestimate how big this deal is. Transfer, like, British record signing. You've got to think about how much pressure it would put not only Chelsea but Enzo Fernandez on himself. But hopefully, he's won a World Cup. I think he's used to some high-pressured things. But finally, going to Fabrizio Romano, Chelsea are offering the €120 million to be paid in 2 or 3 years. Benfica say they want it right now. It's complicated, but Chelsea are pushing. Now, I can understand Benfica are a club. Of course, the Portuguese league has been getting better recently. I think it's ranked 5th in Europe's league, so it's nothing to be shaked out. But of course, Benfica and most Portuguese teams' business model is buying young talent and selling them higher. Of course, players like, not talented, but Darwin Núñez, they sell for quite a lot, and of course Enzo Fernandez, which would bring him about £200 million worth on 1 year. But I can understand again why Chelsea want to be paid into 2 or 3 years. You don't really want to sink £120 million in one go, along with all the other signings we've made in under 6 months. Of course, FFP has been, looking into Chelsea quite vigorously, as you can understand, but Chelsea have had some way around it by offering players, 7-year deals to spread out the cost over 7 years. For an example, Mudryk, €100 million, but that goes to around £75 million. 7-year deal, around 10 million a year. With his low wages at the end of the day, that signing wasn't very expensive. However, finally from Fabrizio Romano, Enzo is on the first plane to London. If the clubs reach an agreement, he would be super happy to join Chelsea. And this goes back to the 1st of January and the start of the window, where Enzo Fernandez agreed personal terms, and that's where I really thought the deal could have happened. But it, eventually was Chelsea and Benfica not collaborating enough to get the deal done. But hopefully, fingers crossed, this is the closest it's ever been, I feel, and hopefully, it's Monday today, Tuesday night is the end of the window, so by then will it be done? I'm not too sure. But on to more good news, and that is an absolute exclusive. I was just refreshing Fabrizio's Twitter, and what just came up, exclusive. Everton has submitted a bid to sign Gallagher from Chelsea. It's £40 million proposal plus £5 million add-ons. Chelsea will make a decision soon, as there are other clubs interested in Gallagher, and player has to decide in his future too. Pretty sure that Crystal Palace as well are interested in Gallagher, because he played reasonably well there last season, but amazing. £45 million for Gallagher, yes please. My thoughts on Gallagher. I think he's a average player, but not really Chelsea standard. So if we were to get £45 million from someone who's only playing at the Chelsea team because of injuries, that is a massive upgrade, and could hopefully alleviate some of the money we've spent. We're pretty much negate, Andre Santos, Fofana and Badiashile's, so all 3 signings in one. I'm very positive for the move. Everton, of course, have just made money from selling Anthony Gordon, so they have the money that's there. But yeah, let me know if you like this. But on more midfield news, I'm going to go back to Fabrizio Romano, who said Chelsea talks with N'Golo Kante over a new contract will continue in February and March, and this is of course because if we were to sign Enzo Fernandez, I don't think N'Golo Kante would be our number one player anymore. Of course, N'Golo Kante on his day is the best CDM in the world, arguably, but injuries hampered him. He doesn't play very often, man. Enzo Fernandez is just fresh off a World Cup win, so you cannot say no. But finally, on to the final story. Then this is from Jacobs Ben via the Court Offside podcast. Dusan Vlahovic could be a more realistic target for Chelsea than Rafael Leao. He's not as happy at Juventus as he was at Fiorentina and has had his head turned by Premier League interest. Well, I'm not surprised. All of Serie A right now is in very, very bad way. Napoli are running away with the league. Teams like Inter Milan have no transfer budget, and even Romelu Lukaku, who we've loaned there for 2 years, would rather take a pay cut than come back to Chelsea. Okay, and you know what's going on with Juventus, just fresh of a 2-0 loss to Monza while you're losing to an F1 track, and been deducted 12 points, so they're sitting in 12th, and I'm not surprised if Vlahovic wants to join Chelsea. A striker, a top quality striker is what Chelsea have been asking for a long time. As much as I like Kai Havertz, he couldn't hit a barn door. So let me know if you think about this. Probably going to be more like in the summer. Rafael Leao, of course, is my favourite player right now. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you tomorrow, where hopefully I'm going to be doubly uploading because it's transfer deadline day. So see you then.